and welcome back to the new video. And today we are going to talk about something very important, and that is going to be very interesting also. In terms of interesting, I can say this video is going to be very important to all the product designers or UI UX designers out there, right? So basically this video is going to be a little long when compared to my rest of the videos because it is very important, right? So that's the reason I request you guys to watch the video from the beginning to the end, so that you will get a clear idea on lots of things. Because by the looks of the thumbnail or the title, you might have got to know what the video is going to be all about. So I know all of you are curious. So I request you to watch the videos entirely. But before that, right, if you feel that I'm making good quality content and all that, so I request you guys to subscribe to my channel and like this video. This video, right, we are going to talk about how much does a product designer or a UI UX designer earns, right? And also we are going to look at different things like what does CTC mean and what does Inhand salary mean and all sorts of things. First, we are going to understand what does CTC mean, right? Basically, you might have heard people saying, 30 lakhs package, 40 lakhs package, right? But that is not something they get. Like, it is not that, 30 lakhs divided by 12, that is what you are getting. But that is not the case, right? So, there is also something called Inhand salary. But before coming to that, I'll tell you what does CTC mean. CTC means cost to company. Cost to company is nothing but it is like a general term wherein that is something that a corporate or a company is going to invest on you on a certain period of time. Let's say that they are giving you 30 lakhs package. They'll usually say 30 lakhs CTC, not 30 lakhs LPA, right? So 30 lakhs CTC means that company is going to spend 30 lakhs cost to company on you during that period. That period is going to be generally for 1 year, and it depends or it differs from company to company also. And a few of the companies say that this CTC is going to be for 3 years, 4 years, and all sorts of things. Basically, it is the time period that has been decided by the company, and that all of these things are mentioned in the offer letter. So basically, it's left to them how much they want to provide you or how much they want to give you during that particular time frame. And it basically has other deductions also, which we are going to see in further. But before that, right, I would like to tell what does Inhand salary mean. Inhand salary is not something but the monthly income, what you will be getting in your hand, that into 12. That is something called Inhand salary. It has lots of deductions and it has basically some other things also. Like you can say some other things as in it has something called basic pay, and it has something called HR. HR is nothing but housing rent allowance. And it has travel and allowance also, and some of the things they have is relocation bonus and all sorts of things. Basically what I'm trying to say is all these deductions and all these things like bonuses and all, it is up to the company to provide you or not. It is up to them. It is not like a mandatory thing which each and every company provides, right? So basically it is for your basic spendings, you can say. So apart from these allowances, there are some of the other bonuses also. You can call them as performance bonus, or relocation bonus, or joining bonus, retention bonus, and all sorts of things. So basically we are going to see what does each of them mean. So first one is joining bonus. Joining bonus is something which a company is going to give you when you join the company, obviously. So but it depends on how they are going to give it, right? So basically they can give the joining bonus in a first month itself, or they can give it in subsequent second month or third month. Or some of the companies, what they do is they divide the joining bonus into several quarters, right? They divide and make sure that they'll give you a little bit chota mota sa in between, right? In the between quarters and all the things. So that is what they do. Next thing is retention bonus. Retention bonus means suppose if you're working in a company for so and so period, right? Let's say 5 years. After that, they are going to say, okay, you have been working with us for the past 5 years, so this is what you are going to give you. So that is what is called retention bonus. But it also varies from company to company. And there are certain, there are some sort of regulatory this also, that whenever you leave the company before the time frame, sometimes they say that you have to give back the joining bonus with certain amount, like some basic percentage. They'll ask you to give it back, because it's like, you're breaking that bond kind of, but there's no something called a hard copy bond or something, but it is like, some kind of policies, you can say. So if you break those policies before it gets completed, right, they are going to ask you, give us back the joining bonus. Next is the relocation bonus, right? Relocation, in the sense, it's directly known to everybody. Basically, if you're working for a company and if it's asking you to move to its base location, right, so you have to go and work there. So it is going to give you some basic allowances so that you can, relocate to that particular city or town where that office is. So it'll help you manage all your expenses and all sorts of things, right? And apart from that, we have something called performance bonus. Performance bonus is what is like, if you're working for a company, based on quarterly or biannually or yearly, there will be some ratings. Based on that rating, how are you performing? If you're performing excellent, commendable, extraordinary, based on those ratings, what they do is they set aside a certain bonus to you. And it is like, the company is literally happy with your performance, and they're going to give you basic allowances and also bonuses that is going to be added to your monthly salary, right? So, and the last thing is probation bonus, right? Probation bonus, in the sense, when you move to a company, there is a certain time frame that you have to work for a certain period. That is called probation, wherein post that they'll consider you, okay, now you're a confirmed employee with the company. So when you are converted from a non-confirmed to a confirmed employee, they are going to give you a certain amount of money. That is what is called probation bonus. But it's most of the people follow it to be 6 months, but few of the people consider it to be 1 year also, and it varies with company to company also. Next, what does RSUs mean? RSUs is nothing but restricted stock units. So what the company is going to give you is, it is going to provide a certain number of stocks, right? Let's say 1,000, 1 lakh shares, 2 lakh shares, 3 lakh shares. What does that mean? That it is going to give you some small of quantity or some part of the company to you in terms of shares, but they are not going to give you directly. They are going to give you, for first year, they are going to give you some sort, let's say 500 shares. So the second year it's going to give you 500 shares. So, and it's the stock value, right? You know basically stock market, how it works. So one share value has a certain quantity. So the same way, they are going to give you a certain period of stocks. When the company goes public, that time basically your shares has values. So it's like a sort of an investment, you can say, wherein after some time, if the company is doing extraordinary and all the thing, and if the company has gone public, basically you'll have that something in your hand that you can sell back to the company and get the money back. But it is not like, there are certain restrictions to that. I think you might have to look into that. And I said, right, basically it has some guidelines and all the thing that you cannot sell all the shares at once. There is a certain time frame, or you have to spend this much time in the company, then only you can share or you can sell back those shares to the company. I personally feel RSUs are superb, because if the company is giving to you, it's like a sort of an investment. Instead of investing your money elsewhere, you already have some sort of investments like a backup to you when the company goes public. What you can do is, based on, let's say now they are giving you 1,000 shares, right? And presently the shares, let's say it is valuing somewhere around 200 rupees. So after a certain amount of time, let's say after 2 years or 3 years, when the company gone public and the company is doing superb, commendable, let's say that share, which is of a single share, was valued somewhere around 200 rupees, right? So that 200 rupees has gone till 1,000 rupees. So what happens to your stock? Like a single share. The single share was costing you 200 rupees. Now a single share is costing you 1,000 rupees. So your 1,000 stocks, which was of 200 rupees, which was for 2 lakhs. Now that same shares is going to cost you somewhere around 10 lakh rupees. So you can just imagine, it is so beneficial for you if the company is giving you stock options, right? That is actually superb. And I also forgot, right? Basically, there's something called as ESOPs. ESOPs and RSUs mean the same. ESOPs is nothing but when the company goes public, the terminology is just changed from RSUs to ESOPs, right? That both mean one and the same. Yeah. So that was the basics, right? So what all did we learn? That what does CTC mean? What does Inhand salary mean? And what are the different components of the salary, like basic allowances and all this thing, relocation bonus and all, RSUs and ESOPs. But let's come back to the main part of the video. What is the main part of the video? That how much does a product designer or UI UX designer earn? But before that, let's break some things. Let's break in the sense. Let's understand few things. So I totally forgot, right? So I just want to give a quick disclaimer here that whatever I'm making in this video, right, it is basically purely research which is done by me. And whatever I've collected the data and whomever I've talked to different people, based on that, I've collected this data and I'm presenting it to you. But this might vary from region to region, and it might vary from skills to skills and person to person also. So it's like a fluctuating thing. And I feel you yourself should also research when you are considering this, because this is a critical aspect, right? And I don't want you to consider that this is the like one kind of a benchmark, and I want you guys also to personally research and then take some major decisions in your life. Okay, so that being said, that was a quick disclaimer. So what I was saying is, let's break certain things, aspects like basically to understand what a product designer or UI UX designer is earning. We might have to look at different sorts of companies, right? So what are the different types of companies? They might be product-based companies, there are service-based companies, and there are design agencies, right? So what is a product design? What does a product company do? Product companies are that companies which have an in-house product. So what they are going to market those products to different users or different customers. So basically, designers who are working in a product company are called product designers. So what they are going to do, so they are going to make sure that the product is superb and it is delivering good to the users and it is satisfying all their needs. That is what a product designer does in a product-based company. What is a service-based company does, right? Service-based company, what it provides services to the client. Basically, the client who is there, they have a product, but they don't have that much capability to hire designers. So what they do, they outsource people. So that's when people who are working in service-based companies, they provide service as a design to the client for them. So that is what a designer who's working in a service-based company does. Lastly, there comes the design agencies. Design agencies does the same as the service-based company, but design agencies are not that big. Service-based companies are basically big sorts of multinational companies or MNCs, you can say. So design agencies is something which have an in-house team, or let's say somewhere around 20 to 30 people, wherein they handle multiple sorts of projects, wherein they provide the same, like the client who is there, they have an in-house product. So these designers, they are outsourced to those products and they work for them and they provide the service of design to the client. Yeah. So what can be the different types of product companies, right? Product companies are something like Google, Microsoft, Amazon, Flipkart, Walmart, and all sorts of things. These are product-based companies. And what can be the service-based companies? Service-based companies can be Wipro, TCS, Accenture, some kind of DXC and other sorts of companies. And design agencies are, as I said, right, in-house capability of 20 to 30 people. It has a small team. So these design agencies, something can be the famous ones are Lollipop and Yellow Chalk, something like that, right? So in terms of pay, if we see that a product-based company pays more when compared to the service-based company, and service-based company pays more when compared to the design agencies, right? In product-based companies also there are multiple sorts of things, right? Some product companies might be early started ones, like basically now they are in the funding zone or now they are building their product. They are like early stage startups. And some of the product companies can be well established, like the way I took an example, right? They can be Google, Microsoft, Amazon, etc. So that also completely varies, right? Same goes with the service-based companies and design agencies also. It's like based on what stage the company is, right? Where are they at the present current market? That totally depends on what you're calling a product-based company, a service-based company, or a design agency. But mind you, the pay which I'm talking about, right, it totally depends about the product-based company, service-based company, and design agency. It totally depends on individual skill sets and what the roles they are working. Basically, you see in the market, right, there are designations or roles called as product designers, UX designer, a UI designer, UI interface designer, human interface designer, and lots of things like we have interaction designers also, UX writers also, and visual designers. So what I'm trying to say is, each person has individual roles and responsibilities to do. And it's not only about the roles and responsibilities, how are they doing it? So based on their skills and what their metrics, or you can say what are they trying to do based on the skill set. So basically that is also one of the major consideration in terms of pay, right? So in this video, what I've done is we are going to look at different companies. What are they offering? Like, product-based companies, like what Google is offering, Microsoft is offering, Amazon is offering, Flipkart, or Walmart, something like that. So we are going to see that also in the upcoming video. Yeah. So as I said in the disclaimer, right, I have researched all these things in a Glassdoor, Ambition Box, and lots of things, and I've spoke to a few of the people. So based on those things, I have collated the data and I have made one kind of a presentation, or a some kind of a design, you can say. Basically a presentation itself, where I've break it down what a company is paying for a person who is working, let's say 0 to 2 years of experience, and 2 to 5, and 5 to 10. So you'll see that in the part of the video. So that's what in that also what I've done is I've made sure I've separated the product-based companies, and I've made a separate from service-based companies, and also the design agencies. So first, let's see what the product-based companies are offering.
So if you see here that this is the screen where you're seeing the product-based companies, here what I've done is I've categorized the companies based on different years, right? Based on experience. So if you see 0 to 2 years, 3 to 5, 6 to 9, and 10 plus years. And the companies are Google, Atlassian, Amazon, Meta, and Flipkart. So here if you see, for a person who is working with 0 to 2 years of experience, Google is giving him 15 lakhs per annum. And for a person 3 to 5, 19, 6 to 9 is 24 lakhs per annum, and 10 plus years is 30 lakhs per annum. If you see, there is not that much a difference between all the companies. Here minor, like 1 to 2 lakhs is only the difference. If you see, Amazon is giving 9 lakhs per annum for a 0 to 2 years, and it goes on in that sense.
So as I said, right, the product-based companies pay more when compared to the service-based companies, and service-based companies pay more than the design agencies. The same goes with the service-based companies also. You can see that in the screen now.
Next, if you see, this is the screen where you're seeing the service-based companies. I must really say that service-based companies vary a lot, right? It totally depends on how are you coming, or how are you, for a fresher, or for a lateral entry. It totally varies. I must clearly say that. So if you see here, we have Accenture, Cognizant, TCS, IBM, and Capgemini. So there is not that much difference for a 0 to 2 years, where if you see all the 0 to 2 years irrespective of any company, we have 5 to 6 lakhs per annum, and it goes on till 20 plus. Like for the person who is having 10 years of plus experience, it goes on 20 plus. But I must say that it basically depends on how your interview is going, and how much the company is willing to offer you. Okay, so and it also depends on the skill set. I'm repeating that service-based industries, the salary is quite fluctuating. Here if you see the screen, this screen is of the design agencies. Here I have included only 3 design agencies, but I must really say that there are lots and lots of design agencies out there wherein people are getting paid handsomely because of the skill sets, because what design agencies see is they don't see your background. So basically anybody from any background can get into UX industry, and basically design agencies are taking a risk, or you can say it's sort of a gambling. And people, what they can do is just for an intern, right, they can go into internship at a design agencies and work it out up to the ladder and become a great UI UX designers at design agencies. I personally have done that. I have done my internship at a design agency, so I'm personally recommending everybody for whoever is starting in the industry, so to take the internship first and then move up the ladder. So here if you see, right, so I've taken the companies of Lollipop, Yellow Chalk and Net Brahma. I must say these three are one of the top design agencies out there. So if you see that there is not that much difference, but I particularly want to say Lollipop has one of the great office environment, and it pays handsomely if you are literally high skilled person.
That was the major discussion which I had in the video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. And what I feel a salary should be negotiated and all sorts of things is what stage that company is currently and what the company is being valued in the current market. So you need to have that basic idea, right? When you are applying or when you're working, what the company is at, what is it doing out there, how is the product doing, all this thing. And also you need to look at which role you are applying. Basically that also totally matters. So based on the role and what the stage of the company is, your salary can be discussed. So that being said, so I just wanted to reiterate on what all things we discussed in this video. First, we saw that some of the components of the salary, like what does CTC mean, what does Inhand salary mean, and different types of allowances and all sorts of bonuses. Then we looked at what does a product-based companies mean, and service-based companies, and also design agencies. And we also got to know the different types of roles that are there in the market, roles in the sense, the designations and all sorts of things in the market, right? So we got to know about them also. So that's the end of the video, guys. I really want you guys to share it to people of different, like I am a designer, so I'm going to send the video to people I know. So basically you need to send to different people who like basically the people who are working as product designers or UI designers, right? So I really want you guys to send this video so that it will be like a motivation or something, so that they'll also get to know what is happening in the market and what can we expect in the market, right? So it is like a wake-up call, you can say. So that being said, right, apart from that, I just request you guys to please subscribe to my channel, and also please like this video if you found this insightful. And I know that I have been taking some time to make content and post it, but I'm prioritizing on things like what to show and what not to show. So I'm making that progress, and I really promise that in the upcoming days to come I will post consistently and I will post good quality videos also. And for that to happen, I really need your support, right? So as I said, please subscribe to my channel and like this video. And that's the end of the video, guys, and see you in the next one. Bye.